of these things happened last week saying, hey, we wanted to get all your account details together before we start payment. It's not like we wanted to owe you. And now the team members are saying, okay, thank you for your response. However, please, before you start paying anybody, ensure that everybody that was part of this team from 2018 till date receives their money at this time of asking. Well, it's a shame, as you and I shared my thoughts on social media, that for a team who have conquered Africa 3 times in a row in any sport in the world, it's not easy to be champions of your continent 3 times in a row. They've done it, but we're still making them have to beg for what they deserve. It's a shame, isn't it?
True, more than a shame, I tell you. Heartbroken. I saw that yesterday, last week, and just immediately after our show, I think it was the next day that video popped up on social media, and it broke my heart really hard. Starting with that lady, Evelyn Akato, and you know the way things will always go. Those who think that these girls have been motivated by some other party. Some started with saying, Evelyn no go. She no go the last Afro basket. That's why she's saying all of this. But we checked out and we saw even players who were part of this. Now let's leave the fact that this scene is politicized or masterminded by some other groups. The simple question is, were the right things done for the girls? Not visiting Nigeria for at least 3 years now. Even after winning the championship, they don't allow them come down to Nigeria. And that's showing that something is actually not right. There is a lot to be answered. And if you say this is motivated politically, I just ask a simple question. Why were things not done the right way? Now you ask, if these girls who were well exposed, understand how things run in Sena climbs, are complaining, what would have happened to the girls who had won these championships before now? Would they come out to speak? Would they just kill it that way? Like I said one time, there's a particular lady who won the MVP in the Nigerian Basketball League back-to-back, and I think about 3 times. She was playing for the First Deep Waters. I read a long note from Shegun Odegbami, who went into... But that's a great football player, by the way, the mathematical, as they call him. He did a long write-up on this lady on how she was accused of taking drugs in the All-Africa Games. And till date, anytime you want to talk to this lady about it, she's like, please, journalists, I don't want to talk about this. And this is because she doesn't want the voice and maybe tarnish her image or get some... Because there were a lot of posts on social media. So these girls are suffering a lot. Basketball players are suffering. Look at the point they're giving us. Male and female, the D Tigers have not submitted their account numbers since 2017 or so. Chuma, should this be heard of? This is 18, 19, 20, 21, 4 years at least. Guys not being paid in monies. The other one we're hearing is Mr. Kida is saying, when I get my money back, I will disburse the other monies. The Minister of Sports is saying this money is still very much intact. The money has not been touched. Dalong has come out to say this money was paid immediately after I left office, some months after I left office, rather. And I'm sure this money was paid into the sports account. Why has it not been disbursed to the girls? It's really painful. I told you about Benuzo and the likes who spoke before they went on to that to conquer that historic feat. And these girls and guys go on to do these things without anything being given. They still conquer the world. I tell you, these Olympics that we just played in, majorly for the ladies, they would have done way better, Chuma. But I knew there was noise in their heads. We saw what they did in the championship less than 2 years ago. There was no motivation, and that would have caused some rancor in the camp. Seizing our jerseys by the customs. A lot of things happen. Monies, the grants given to them by the Olympic body. Still till date, a lot of stuff. Is it answers we want to talk about on some other
troublesome stuff, really? And it's something that
we cannot keep lining all of them
turn
out.
Anybody off this show now. So I don't want to just turn the show to a complete show. It's a shame, and we hope that the ministry will do the right thing, and we hope in the future too, players don't have to complain, stars don't have to complain before we come out and say this is what it is. This is Sunday Diary, the Minister for Youth and Sports Development in Nigeria. So months back, speaking about how important basketball is for his ministry.
That our Olympic experience this time will be different, will be calibrated, will be with a bit of precision. Unlike in the past when we went for 21, we entered for 21, 25 sporting activities in the Olympics. We decided to zero down and pick just 11 key sports where we have competitive advantage as a country. And that is why our focus now is on 11 sports, and basketball is top of the agenda. Next year,
you heard that part right, and basketball is top of the agenda. And what's happening now? Top of the agenda, and you are owing these people. Come on, Minister.
No, but they've actually done well as far as basketball is concerned.
They have, but
the results have come out, and that's a sign of something for campaigning.
If they're doing well and these players are still complaining, then complete your
No, I said the girls have, the basketball has done, the players have done well.
To deserve being seen as the number 2 sport in Nigeria now behind football. But how about the guys who are in charge of ensuring that these players and stars are happy? They need to do better too.
And funny, basketball could easily be number one in Nigeria with the results.
It can, yeah, with the results now, to be honest, because it's giving us better results than even football, which is the king of sport in our country. Let's zoom over to the NBBF elections, because now we will know who will become president of the Nigeria Basketball Federation for the next 4 years. The election is coming up in a bit. When exactly?
30th of October.
So October 30. 2 major contenders, right?
Yeah.
Tijani Umar and Engineer Musa Akila, who was the president for the last 4 years. Yeah. Let's get to our friend now who's on standby, the one and only Irabo Kusan. And Irabo's job on the show this morning, which is a privilege, this evening, which is a privilege for me. This NBBF team don't confuse my head. These are the Tigress complaints. But Irabo's major job will just be to ensure that he picks favorites for us, because we're recording this thing. We'll use it against you in the court of law, Irabo, in the coming weeks and months. Good to have you join us, Irabo Kusan on Coast
My pleasure, Chuma Azu. How's everything?
Fine, Irabo.
We're good. Always
nice
good to hear from you. I'll call you bros for you.
No, I beg you.
In a bit, Irabo let us know his 3 favorites for the NBA title for the new season that kicks off by October 19. But first off, he'll have to tell us who he thinks will become the next NBBF president. Irabo.
In all honesty, I wouldn't even pick out of the 2 people you mentioned.
Are you serious?
If we're being serious, yes. I believe this needs to be thrown out in the open. We need to actually come together, highlight a lot of personalities that have been in basketball for a long time, check out their track record, and not just who is available or who is the most present person there at the moment, or who is there, kissing anybody's foot or whatever.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So now it's a testament that for the Tigers to even win regardless, for the guys who went to Olympics to beat USA even in the warm-up, like Azu said, basketball can be number 1 sport in Nigeria if we actually get our acts together, which is very, very, very true. So for us to achieve that, even across all sports, not just even in basketball, but we're focusing on basketball today now, we need to open up that federation. It is beyond just wanting to pick somebody for the next 4 years. That we should be past that by now. You understand? So we need to really know who is there. That mirror and that magnifying glass needs to be put out there for everybody to know what the system is all about before you even start thinking about getting somebody. So I'm not even going to pick. It's just like my choice with 2019 elections, general elections for Nigeria. I mean, I don't think anybody is worthy of that.
Okay, well, he's found a way to sit on the fence. I hope he doesn't fall from that fence on this issue, but I understand where you're coming from on this issue, Rabo. On WhatsApp, we're getting messages from the listener too as to the Tigress and the new NBA season. This one says, "Hi guys, talking about football, but adds, I feel for the Tigress. They don't do this to the Tigers, or do they?"
Yes, they
says
do.
Disappointed.
Yes,
they also do it to the Tigers too. That's the men's
That's
national
why
team.
according to them, that's why the monies have not been paid.
Yeah, it's a troublesome
never see
situation, isn't it? Feel free to also add your voice and have your say on the show using WhatsApp or the phone lines. We have the WhatsApp portal. We're asking you, have you ever watched an NBA game live on television? Have you seen an NBA game live on television in the past? If your answer is yes, when last did you see one? If your answer is no, would you be willing to see an NBA game now the new season kicks off in just about 24 hours time? Speaking about the NBA, well, everything comes alive by October 19. This one can never see you sit on the fence because there must be a champion after all said and done.
Oh, yes.
3 favorites for you for the title for 2021-22, Irabo.
If I answer this question, I think I'm sitting on the fence. Let me just put it to you like this. Because of all the COVID drama, because of all the things going on in the NBA right now. Yes, we have the favorites. We have Milwaukee Bucks who are defending champions. We have Brooklyn Nets because we have Kevin Durant and James Harden. Although Kyrie is not even present, that's another story for another day. You understand? You have the Lakers who are just dead, and you have underdogs, Warriors for a change, who are underdogs. You have the Denver Nuggets. You have Utah Jazz. There's so many teams to look out for.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm not trying to sit on the fence, but I want to enjoy basketball.
Okay.
Because it's starting when it's supposed to start now. Everything is now normalized to a point. We're going to play a full season. Yeah. So I want to enjoy basketball. So this question, I would say maybe by December or January, I'll be able to answer it. Because I just want to see how players shake things off. Some people didn't want to take COVID, some people wanted to take the shot, all that. And some guys are not fit, they're fit. I just want to see how the season starts. You understand? But at the moment, if I'm really going to be pressed to pick somebody right now, I would say the Milwaukee Bucks or the Los Angeles Lakers.
LA Lakers, Milwaukee Bucks.
Those would be my two picks. Yes, because LeBron now has a team, that isn't that great, but at least he has two superstars to rely on, players that can give him 20 to 25 points easily. And he's on his 19th season, so he can also still be the king whenever he wants to be the king. And I believe Kevin Durant is going to come out this season too, because Kyrie's situation is going to prove to people that the reason I left Golden State, yes, I went to a team that already won, but I can also be a leader on the court and perform on Kyrie's team.
All right, we still play back this thing when the season is coming to an end. I wish I could speak to you longer, but man, we need to run away from here now. Irabo, always a pleasure hearing from you on side.
No, the spirit of the NBA lives on.
I see they expect that movie ticket,
another one. Don't worry, for sure.
Don't worry, thank you so much. Have a great evening. All right, let's go over to the phone lines now and hear from you two on the show. By the way, the new NBA season kicks off, and this was the final moment of last term.
Shot won't go, Tucker the rebound, and that'll do it. It's over. The Bucks have done it. The long wait has ended. After a half century, the Milwaukee Bucks are NBA champions once again.
After 50 years, the Milwaukee Bucks were crowned NBA champions again. The LA Lakers were winners before the Bucks last season. So those are the two major names that Azu's friend Irabo has gone for again. We'll pick one call. Azu will come back and take us through more from the NBA now. Have you seen an NBA game live on television before? Yes, sir. 0700 993 993. That's the number you can dial. 0700 993 993. You can also drop your comments live on Facebook. We're streaming there as you watch us live. And we have the WhatsApp portal where we are hearing from you. Just like this one that says, "Good evening, guys. I'm Johnny Cool. It's a shame what the country is doing to these basketball stars. Please, Shuma, the Rhyme Master, what's your Instagram handle?" Okay, that handle is at Shuma Noli or at Lagos Rhymer. Let's go in for a commercial break. When we return, we'll pick all of your calls, as many of them as we can, and share with you the fixtures to come for the brand new NBA season on Courtside.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Hey, you can now flip or fold. The world's first water-resistant foldable smartphones, the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and Flip 3, are now available in our certified retail stores. Simply walk into the nearest store to you to either make a purchase, trade in your old devices, or apply for our device finance.
Timberwolves will be taking on the Houston Rockets. We'll have the Grizzlies up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Also the Utah Jazz take on the OKC. And the Phoenix Suns are also playing against their opponent in the Nuggets. That's on the 21st right here in Nigeria. And also be having the Lakers up against the Warriors. That's another game to watch out for on Wednesday morning, 3 a.m. right here in Nigeria. Don't forget. And these are the top games we're looking forward to right here. 2 top games just for the opening. And we'll move on to Thursday in Nigeria to see those other games I've reeled out to you. I'll be looking forward to seeing that big man, the man who's playing for the Philadelphia 76ers, who was going to leave Ben Simmons. Though Doc Rivers has said this man is not in good shape for NBA games. Never played a single preseason game. Says, I must leave. But right now, story looks like it's changing.
Okay, well, you will now take charge of the calls too. Those are the big games to watch out for the new NBA season. You can dial 0700 993 993 993 to speak to us. That's 0700 993 993 993. Feels like it's confession time. Terrible sound that one is. We can get this one through now.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello,
good
good
evening.
evening.
Welcome to Courtside. What's your name? Yeah.
I'm a first-time caller.
Oh, wow.
Fantastic
First
stuff.
time caller.
Good to have you here, man.
Great to be here. What's your name?
Olawale from Obaniko.
Oh,
Cool
okay.
stuff.
Comments,
To the NBA that is just starting, I believe the Wednesday game will be a very interesting one.
please. Okay.
So I want... what's the fixtures again?
Okay, so the Milwaukee Bucks against Brooklyn Nets. Lakers take on Warriors. That was the last playing game we saw that saw the Lakers go past the Warriors. So those are the 2 top games we'll have for
All right, thank you for
Wednesday
calling in,
midnight.
man. Good to hear from you. Let's pick one more call before we run out of here because we have just about 60 seconds to end the show. Hi, you're live on Courtside. Good evening. Oh, terrible sound. I don't like that sound.
I
Not
hate
at all.
your passion. Let's see if this goes
can
through.
be better. Hi.
Yeah, great.
Good evening.
Good evening.
You're live on Courtside.
Good evening.
Yeah, what's your name? What's your name?
Oh my God! Sorry.
All right, felt like you just called the wrong number. Were you
I know that
distracted or
feeling.
something?
Okay.
Hi, thank you for joining us. Good evening. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good
Yeah.
evening to you.
Let's meet you, please.
All right.
All right, we'll just leave it at that. Let's wrap up the show. Thank you for joining us in Courtside tonight on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Next time when you call into the studio, turn off your radio set so we don't have to
To
hold
avoid
back.
that
Okay?
ding, 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 ding.
It's an annoying sound, really, that one to hear every time. Azu, time moved quicker than I wanted, but we're excited the new NBA season is here,
Yes,
so
sir.
there's going to be so much of live basketball to talk about.
So, a lot to talk about, like
Yeah.
you mentioned already. We'll be seeing Giannis again. We'll be seeing Steph Curry. We'll be seeing LeBron James. We'll be seeing some new players playing for a new team as that man is still on the quest of winning his first NBA title, Carmelo Anthony. Remember, Chuma said, Mirabal said something about the Lakers. They've got some top names. Though
Yeah,
he's
they
in
do.
his late 30s, we hope that he can live up to expectations and see his team, the Lakers, get to win a ring once again.
Fantastic stuff. Thank you, Azu, for coming through.
Always a
You
pleasure.
can follow
man.
him on Instagram.
Okay, Azubike on the chat, Radio Freak, and whichever one you choose to type, you're going to see me
Perfect
pop
stuff.
up there.
We're done with Courtside. Next up will be Game On live on 99.3 Nigeria. And for my name is Chuma Nali, and we do have Bet Bonanza working with us for the next 15 minutes of this broadcast. All the latest from the Premier League after United struggles. What's next for Liga Social and that setup? And how about Victor Osimhen and the magic he's been accentuating for Napoli? Also, there's a guy who's British who's won a tennis competition. Looks like the future is bright for those from the United Kingdom in tennis these days. These and more will excite your airwaves for the next 1 hour, 15 minutes or so. Stay with us. You'll meet my great colleagues who've joined in just a matter of seconds.